We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now, it was originally reported that the Little Miss Drama Tour was the highest grossing debut tour by a female rapper with 23 shows, 45 million gross. Scarlet by Doja Cat came in second at 40 million. Hot Girl Summer Tour by Megan Thee Stallion was at 40 million as well, just, 600,000 less than the Scarlet Tour. And then also the Pink Friday Tour Nicki Minaj did in 2012 grossed 14 million. But unfortunately, the receipts have came out that this is not completely truthful. Unfortunately, Cardi B and the Cardi B fans don't want to acknowledge the tour Cardi B did back in 2019 with Sweetie and Kevin Gates. Yes, Sweetie, the one that allegedly messed with Off the Cheat. Now, back in 2019, she announced an arena tour. I think it was like only 7 or 8 shows, but she grossed 12 million. So this is actually her first debut tour, but she pretends like it doesn't exist because she can't compete with Nicki Minaj, because Nicki Minaj grossed 14 anyway. If we talk about the highest grossing debut tour, it actually would be Scarlet by Doja Cat in 2023, which grossed 40 million. Cardi B would be last with 12.3 million. Okay, so let me know how y'all feel about it. Here's my thing. Yes, Cardi B already had a debut tour, but the reason why there's such a big gap from 2019, 2012 to now in regards to gross tours is because ticket prices nowadays are really expensive. Back then, even in 2018, 2019, ticket prices weren't as expensive. So that is probably why, Nicki grossed 14, Cardi B grossed 12. It probably would have been like that for Megan and Doja Cat back then. But now, because Live Nation, the crooks, and Ticket Monopoly Master take over every fucking thing, and it's ran as a monopoly, a lot of these times they overprice the tickets, and then a lot of resellers take advantage. They'll price it like at $1,200 a ticket, depending on the location. And then resellers will price them at $2,000, $3,000. I seen somebody trying to sell, camel face tickets for like $7,000. Like, who the fuck is going to pay $7,000 to see camel face? But Cardi B did earn her highest grossing concert of all time on March 25th, 2026, with 2.7 million at the Madison Square Garden in New York as part of the Little Miss Delusional Tour. Okay, now she didn't break Nicki Minaj's record for the highest grossing show at Madison Square Garden, but this is probably her highest grossing concert. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Congratulations to Cardi B. I'm not going to hate on this because it's still a big accomplishment. But what we need to see is what she's grossing for the full fucking tour. Now, Megan Thee Stallion finally speaks out in regards to her being hospitalized, allegedly due to dehydration. She posted on Instagram and said, "Now, Megan said last night was a real wake-up call for me. I've been pushing myself past my limits lately, running on empty, and my body finally said enough. It honestly scared me. I thought I was going to faint on stage. I really tried to push through my performance, but I just couldn't. Honeys, I want to be real with y'all because y'all mean everything to me, and I hate letting y'all down. I just need one day to rest, reset, and take care of myself the way I should have been. I'll be right back on stage Thursday, stronger, clearer, and ready to give you 100%, the way you deserve." So Thursday was yesterday. Thank you for always riding with me and loving me through everything. Now, some people are saying that this is a PR stunt to try to distract from Tory's album dropping. Let me know if y'all was listening to his album. In my opinion, I don't know if I fully believe that, because I feel like it's not a big enough PR stunt that usually Roc Nation would do. Okay, usually they do the extreme PR stunts. I don't feel like this stunt is really going to distract people from listening to Tory. I think he has a solid fan base, not a big fan base, but a solid fan base. They're going to stream it no matter what. And he got certain people in the industry, like, Chris Brown and Drake, that they're always going to support him no matter what behind the scenes as well. So I don't feel like it's a big enough distraction, in my opinion. Now, unfortunately, there has been some, weird speculation about Rihanna and ASAP, the colorist. There has been an alleged speculation about a fallout between Rihanna and rapper ASAP Rocky. Sources close to the two have apparently said Rihanna have moved out of their home and has gone to stay alone in her multi-million mansion in Hollywood. This has come up because they have been having issues with ASAP the colorist cheating and her finding out about it. It also speculated that Rihanna might be pregnant again with another child for him while all of this is going on, okay? Now, in my opinion, y'all got to give Rihanna a break. Every day is starting to seem like something. I wonder if Devil Nation is behind this. Okay, that's something that they would do. Because it's like every day is something with Rihanna. First, her place gets shot up. She was getting body shamed earlier this year, even though she just had a baby. And then people have been talking about her failed businesses. She did lose $400 million with Fenty in 2024, 2025. And people are talking about how her hair care line is a big flop compared to Sacred. It seems like every day is something. Like, y'all got to give Rihanna a break, okay? Now, I know y'all are upset that she ain't dropped music, right? But at the end of the day, I really feel like when it comes to Rihanna, we don't really need her to drop music. If she want to drop, cool. If she don't, I don't know if I really would care. Okay, so I think people gotta, lay off Rihanna a little bit. And to be quite honest, I don't believe Rihanna will leave ASAP just because he's cheating. Just like Beyonce did not leave, Camel Face. A lot of these industry women are not leaving just because of some little cheating. Y'all gotta stop. Cheating is nothing in Hollywood. That's nothing. Okay. They not leaving over no little bitty cheating, okay? Chris Brown cheated on her and beat her, and she still got back with him. So that's not going to happen. You can't break up their home just because ASAP might step out here and there, okay? Y'all got to let Rihanna do Rihanna. Now, moving on to Manon from Katseye, or allegedly not a part of Katseye anymore. Manon has removed Katseye from her Instagram bio, okay? Now, she also gave a very public message to her fans and said, "Thank you so much for the love and support you've been sending my way. I'm really grateful for the patience and kindness everyone has been showing me this time. HXG, who is that? I don't know what that means, and I are having positive conversations, and I feel supported. I'm happy, I'm healthy. I'm sure more soon. Thank you for always being there for me," okay? Now, some people feel like Manon is going to go solo. And, be in her Beyonce era. I think that would be a big mistake. I don't think that it would be smart for her to be in her Beyonce era. I do feel like she might be the favorite in the group, but a lot of people, fake and pretend like they like an artist on social media. And then when it gets time to buy music, y'all go ghost. Y'all did it with Normani. Normani went solo. Everybody was like, oh, we're going to support Normani. Now, in hindsight, Normani should really drop more. It's partially Normani's fault. No shade. She got to take 70% of the responsibility, but y'all didn't support her album that she dropped. And then y'all was like, where are the music videos? Why didn't y'all buy the album? It sold like 10,000 first week. That's terrible during the streaming era. Why is she doing close to Lil' Kim numbers? So that's the only thing I feel like Manon Hopefully she don't make a solo announcement. No shade, because if she do go solo, I think y'all not going to really support her. And that's just my opinion. I think y'all going to fake support it like y'all did with Normani. Okay? So let me know how y'all feel about it. And if you think that, Manon should go solo and start her Beyonce era. Now, BTS is getting exposed. Unfortunately, their new album that they just recently dropped has received 38 million unfiltered streams on Paolify on April 1st and was down 30%. Their song that went number one, Swim, the streams for that song was down 99%. And they are being accused of using bots. And like I said before, I did not believe the BTS hype that everybody on social media believes. Yes, I do think that they have a fan base, but I don't believe every time they went number one or charted high, it was completely organic. And the reason why is because I don't hear nobody outside of social media listen to their music, okay? It's strictly social media hype, okay? BTS is getting exposed for using bots. But here's the thing, BTS is not the only I would say act, even in K-pop, using bots, okay? I think Blackpink probably have used it in the past, no shade. No shade, especially Rose, no shade at her. I definitely think the Chart Obsessed Racist uses bots. There's a lot of big artists that I think, Bruno Mars, I definitely think he used bots. It's a lot of different artists. I just wish they didn't make it so obvious. You know what I'm saying? But it's clear as day that nobody cares about this album. Okay? And I know that, they've charted high. They chart high every single time they drop. But that really doesn't mean anything in today's world, because a lot of times number ones in chart positions are bought. Okay? So, unfortunately for BTS, I do have to give y'all 50,000 lashings. And it's no shade. It's really no shade, but y'all got exposed for using bots. And you guys have to be held accountable. Because if it was anybody else, they would be held accountable. Okay? So, 50,000 lashings for BTS. Moving on from that, Olivia Rodrigo announced that she will be dropping an album. The album is called You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love, and it's coming out June 12th. Let me know if you guys are here for it. I think the album title is a little bit long. She should have titled it Unhappy Lover Girl. That would have been cute and short. And also, I think the art cover is okay. I don't care for the art cover, but definitely the title of the album needs to go. Okay, that's way too fucking long. And Olivia Rodrigo, I feel like she gotta come hard for the single that she dropped, because I'm not saying that she fell off. I don't believe that. I like Olivia Rodrigo, but I feel as though this is the make it or break it era for a lot of people. It's not just Olivia. It's the same thing for Drake. If Iceman ain't a hit, if the single Drake drop ain't a hit, it's not going to be good for him. Same thing with Olivia Rodrigo. I feel like in today's generation, people's attention spans are not long. And so I feel like if she drop a hit and it really don't gag the live, it's going to be like on to the next. Like, we not going to be checking for Olivia like that no more. But I don't feel like she's currently has fell off. I feel like if this next album don't do well, then we got to put her in the flop category. Okay? But I'm excited for Olivia Rodrigo. I think she's super talented. I do feel like she makes a lot of breakup songs, but maybe that's what she's going through. They did say that she was having some relationship issues, so she will be diving into that. That's why the title of her album is very important. But like I said before, I'm not here for the title of the album or the art cover. So hopefully she come harder with the single, okay? Hopefully, the single is fire. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon, on Katseye, the Chart Obsessed Racist, Selena, Justin, Usher and Diddy and 50 Cent. Link will be in the description. And I hope you guys have a great day.